So recently, I was meeting with a family whose son is now 16, and they're having some real difficult problems with him. And as I started to talk to him and ask him a lot of questions, we talked about when he was a little guy, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old. And the question inevitably comes up: did you see some of these types of behaviors when he was littler? And obviously, they had seen these types of behaviors. And the mom said, I was hoping he would grow out of it. And the dad said, I was worried, but I was hoping he would work his way out. He didn't say grow out of it, but he basically said something along those same lines. And, truth be told, and we all know this, but I think it's hard for us to imagine that we should listen to ourselves when we say this, but things don't get better by chance. And I think they knew that inherently, but until it happened with their own son, I think they were just hoping. And so, a couple of things we want to make sure we pay attention to little things, because little things add up. If your kids are having small behaviors when they're little, or they're a little challenging when they're small, don't ignore those and hope they're going to grow out of it, because things don't get better by chance. I recall a few years ago, my brother has a home along in Oregon. I can't remember the name of the river, but it's a pretty big river that runs through Oregon. And he has a condo along that river in Oregon. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a big gorge. Anyway, he was telling me he hadn't been there for a couple of months. He had was living in another place, and he went back and found all kinds of horrible things wrong with the condo. And I said, "Did somebody go in and mess it up?" And he's like, "No, I just wasn't there." And it got me to thinking about that quote, right? I mean, if you think things get better by chance, close your house up and leave for a year and come back, and you'll see things degenerate pretty quickly if you don't do upkeep and stay after things. And so that's the same with our kids. Hope is not a strategy. Hoping they'll grow out of it, hoping they'll finally figure it out. We really need to take the time to look at the outcomes we're getting now, or the behaviors we're facing now, and realize most likely, unless we make some changes in ourselves as parents to address these things and give them the guidance they need, in a lot of cases, things are going to get worse. So hopefully that's helpful. And by the way, just so you'll know too, now that their son is a teenager, uh, they're finally making some changes, and the way they manage themselves, the way they discipline him in a spirit of love, the way they do things, and they've realized. So what I am saying is that it's never too late, even at 16. Changes can be made in families that allow you to better manage the situation, address those behaviors, address issues that are causing stress or turmoil in your home, and make changes for the better. So it's never too late. That's the good news. The bad news is if you see little things start to stack when they're younger. Pay attention to those and make some changes. Read a book or two, take some action, try a few things, whatever it takes to give our kids the discipline that they need and the love that they need to grow into the kind of men and women that we want them to be. So hopefully that's helpful. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye bye.